And I never went home after that again until I was moving stuff into my apartment.
And how did your aunt feel about that?
Honestly, I wasn't too pissed about not going home because it was already a turbulent situation. Because they're my mom's side of the family, so they're white Dominicans. And they let one of my white cousins call me nigger. So like I already didn't want to live there. And since it was beef, there's like, it's beef, bitch, so you gotta pay rent. And I was like, the whole point of me moving out here was to not pay rent. So like, there was beef, and they were saying I had to move out in 6 months anyway. But it was literally that month they said that, and I moved out that month.
Okay.
Now I didn't plan on it, but it still happened. So it was like, they wasn't mad about it.
And so, has art always been a part of your life, or did you?
Yes.
Okay, in what capacity?
I was in art competitions in the Boys and Girls Club. I started going to the Boys and Girls Club in like 3rd grade. So, like, I don't know if you've ever been to a Boys and Girls Club, but they have like art classes.
Every black person has been to the Boys and Girls Club. What?
I don't know. Some people don't even know what that is.
It's like a staple. If you didn't go to the Boys and Girls Club,
I've met black people that don't know.
They probably were like Jack and Jill.
They grew up in the rich black suburbs.
Oh yeah, no, they're not going to Boys and
Exactly. But anyway, yeah, they got art classes. So I stayed in the art class. Like I was like the art assistant. Like I was always in the art class.
Teacher's pet.
No, because I hated Miss Madeline. Oh my God, I hated that bitch. She was some white lady with like spiky hair. Hopefully she don't ever watch this interview. She gonna be hurt. But nah, bro, she was so condescending. Like we all used to talk shit about her because she was so condescending and rude. But we liked each other in the art class. Like we had a good time. We would make it a good time. But she was always the one killing the vibe. Ooh. She was always the one killing the vibe and shit. So like, yeah, I was not a teacher's pet. I was an art rat.
Ah,
yeah.
See.
Like I was always in there. Like she would be trying to put me to work, and I'm like, nah, I'm trying to paint. Like she wanted me to go wash the paintbrushes and shit. No, I want to paint. But then there's no paintbrushes because I gotta wash them, so I had to wash them. But yeah, it wasn't for her.
At what point did you decide that you wanted to get into music?
Honestly, it was decided for me. Like, my first song ever, Pop Your Shit, is not out, but it's gonna be out soon. I keep saying that. I know I keep saying that, but it's gonna be out soon. I made it in my plug's garage. And it was really a diss track to him.
Wait, you dissed your plug in his studio?
Yeah. Oh. It didn't start like that though. Like, they was always telling me hop on the track, but I never fucked with the beats that they had. So like, I could never do it. And like, I didn't fuck with what y'all was talking about. Like, I couldn't relate. Sorry. And I'm not about to sit here and cap and make up stuff. So I just never did. And then one day, they had got me like tight because, you feel me? Like, this is how I dress on a regular basis. So that's how it would come around when I'm copping off of him. And then like, we would match and shit. Cause like, it's not only him there. Like, he got younger cousins and stuff, and I fuck with them. So like, I'll be chopping up with them. But he's the one I met. So like, he would always be there too.
Yeah.
So like, every time I would come around, he would just sexualize the fuck out of me. And it made me so uncomfortable because you could be my father. So like, every time he would do that, we would end up arguing. Cause it's like, why do you keep doing that shit? Like, that shit's not cool. So like, I got fed up that day. So I started with just a hook. And it was just, bitch, pop your shit. Like, just that. But then, they was like, okay, you gotta write the first verse though, then I'ma hop on it. And I was like, bruh, y'all was supposed to write the verses, and I only wrote the hook because I don't make music. But then the beat wasn't for them. It was a Rico Nasty Big Head Ruler type beat. They couldn't relate. Just like I couldn't relate to them, they couldn't relate to me. So I ended up just writing the whole song. And while I was writing it, they were sitting there talking about how they expect head from women, but they do not give head. Like, they wouldn't be caught dead giving no head to no bitch. And da 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 da. And da 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 da. So I just kept listening to them and dissing their ass on the paper. So yeah, that's how the first song ever came about. Then I recorded it there, and like over us recording it, like he peeped it was about him. So it led to like the ultimate argument where it basically came down to him saying, you can't come around me looking so good and not let me at least imagine fucking you.